All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to Baddies in Tech Intro to Digital Forensics Night. TryHackMe Intro to Digital Forensics Night. We will be going through the digital forensics room on the TryHackMe platform. I'll go ahead and post the link for this specific room in the Cybersecurity channel. Let me make sure I posted the right. Okay. All right. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I just wanted to let you all know that I am recording the session for people that were unable to attend. And it's only my voice. It's no one else's voice. And in addition to that, I'll ask questions, but you don't have to feel pressured to answer, or it's not a requirement to answer the questions. It's totally fine if, no one says anything. It's not awkward or strange or anything like that. That being said, I'll go ahead. Oh, I just want to make sure that everyone knows their voices are not being recorded. It's just my voice and the screen here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So with digital forensics, let's see, we have our nice picture here. I think TryHackMe does a great job with their pictures. And if we kind of think about what digital forensics is, I would say we might have an idea of what traditional forensics is, which is dealing with evidence after a crime, maybe a homicide or a burglary. And you tend to kind of deal with everything after the law enforcement has come through and secured the scene and done everything they need to do to, remove things that need to be removed or people, individuals. And you see, we have a crime scene here. We've got our police tape. I would say based on this picture, it seems as though something happened. We have an outline of a body here. We've got a camera. We've definitely got this person. They look like they're in a hood on the outside of this window. We've got a broken vase with our plant in it. We've got some liquid, CDs, a broken MacBook, picture. And it's covered up with our police tape. So we know that a crime happened here. We just don't know what the crime was. Given that we have some indications, we might have an idea. And that's kind of digital forensics would be on the digital side of this physical crime that happened, because technology has really expanded. It's super big. It's super popular. Everyone has some kind of electronic device. So let's see what TryHackMe has to say. Forensics is the application of science to investigate crimes and establish facts. With the use and spread of digital systems such as computers and smartphones, a new branch of forensics was born to investigate related crimes. Computer forensics, which later evolved into digital forensics. Think about the following scenario. Law enforcement agents arrive at a crime scene. However, part of the crime scene includes digital devices and media. Digital devices include desktop computers, laptops, digital cameras, music players, smartphones, to name a few. Digital media includes CDs, DVDs, USB flash memory drives, and external storage. A few questions arise. How should the police collect digital evidence, such as smartphones and laptops? What are the procedures to follow if the computer and smartphone are running? How to transfer the digital evidence? Are there certain best practices to follow when moving computers, for instance? How to analyze the collected digital evidence? Personal device storage range between tens of gigabytes to several terabytes. How can this be analyzed? And these are all very good questions because I guess depending on the sophistication of the person being investigated or for this crime or the crime scene itself, some folks have their computers set to where if it's unplugged or if it's tampered with, it's encrypted. Or if, you have on your iPhone, if you try to put in the password too many times, you can completely have the phone wiped, no data, right? And so these are valid questions because traditionally police dealt with the physical, and now they're kind of dealing with the ether in a way, but the ideology is the exact same. So here we have our desk, and it looks like we have a whole bunch of just different things that could be digital forensics related. Assuming this employee, okay, let's see. So our next thing is about, it started with assuming an employee is suspected in the figure. So we have, what do we have here? Coffee pot, we've got our keyboard, we've got something here written on our screen, a sticky note. We've got USB, we've got a camera, we've got a pencil. I'm not sure if it's a smart pencil or not. I probably doubt that. We have paper clips. We've got, physical and digital, tablet, SSD external, cell phone, more pencils, more pens, more tablet-like items, wireless keyboard, interesting. Assuming this employee is suspected in the figure above, we can quickly see the digital services that might be of interest to an investigation. We notice a tablet, a smartphone, a digital camera, and a USB flash memory in addition to a desktop computer. Any of these devices might contain a trove of information that can help with an investigation. Processing these as evidence will require digital forensics. More formally, digital forensics is the application of computer science to investigate digital evidence for legal purposes. Digital forensics is used in two types of investigations: public sector and private sector. So just based on the naming convention here, I'm sure we could probably guess that public sector probably deals with our government and law enforcement, and the private sector is not. That's the easiest way to think about that. So TryHackMe says, public sector investigations refer to investigations carried out by government and law enforcement agencies. They will be part of a crime or civil investigation. And private sector investigations refer to the investigations carried out by corporate bodies by assuming a private investigator, whether in-house or outsourced. They are triggered by corporate policy violations. So you can think of your corporate policy violation as your, I'm trying to think of a good one that makes a lot of sense. Like you're not supposed to download work-related items to your personal device, or you shouldn't take a picture of your work email from your personal cell phone, or those would be things that would be violating corporate policy. A lot of companies tend to have social media policies, which means that they don't really want you out on social media with unsavory content, meaning like they don't want you just kind of talking or, being violent or extremist or something like that on your social medias. Whenever investigating a crime, a corporate policy violation, part of the evidence is related to digital devices and digital media. This is where digital forensics comes into play and tries to establish what happened. Without trained digital forensics investigators, it won't be possible to process any digital evidence correctly. Consider the desk in the photo above. In addition to the smartphone, camera, and SD card, what would be interesting for digital forensics? Are you talking about this desk? Oh, okay. They're talking about this picture. So we have our pencil here. It's definitely it's not a smart pencil with a with a cover on it. It's a normal pencil. We've got sticky notes, paper clips, paper, and then we have a laptop here. So we know that our digital items are SD card, camera, smartphone, and let's go with laptop. Correct. We got it. So, digital forensics processes. Digital forensics process. So let's see. We still have, our same desk, but it looks a little unhinged. Looks like maybe someone was spooked. Let's see. We've got spilled coffee on the desk, on the keyboard. We've got just things kind of all out of place. We have our notebook with spilled coffee on it. Our, I forgot what this was, but now it's flipped over on the back. We've got camera. We have a lot of other things here. We also have our, we've got some kind of text message conversation going on too. We've got a lot of like random debris going on here in our environment. All right. So as a digital forensics investigator, you arrive at a crime scene similar to the one shown in the above image. What should you do as a digital forensics investigator? Well, I would think we kind of have an idea of what the first thing that we would need to get before we even touch anything, at least in the United States, is you need to ensure you have proper legal authorization to be able to deal with any of this stuff. It's kind of the same in certain crimes, or when law enforcement's involved, they have to ensure that they're following the law and not violating any of your rights as a person. So the basic plan goes: acquire the evidence. That entails collect the evidence such as laptops, storage devices, and digital cameras. Note that laptops and computers require special handling if they are turned on. However, this is outside of the scope of this room. Establish a chain of custody. Fill out the related form appropriately. And we have a sample of a chain of custody form. Oh, it downloads it. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I'll upload it to Discord. The purpose is to ensure that only the authorized investigators had access to the evidence and no one could have tampered with it. This is very important to ensure that everything is there and it's still how it was when you got it, Place the evidence in a secure container. You want to ensure that the evidence does not get damaged. In the case of smartphones, you want to ensure they cannot access the network so they don't get wiped remotely. And transport the evidence to your digital forensics lab. At the lab, the process goes as follows: retrieve the digital evidence from the secure container, create a forensic copy of the evidence. The forensic copy requires advanced software to avoid modifying the original data. Some of those software tools could be like Encase or I forgot the FTX editor or something like that. I can't think of the name of it right now. Oh, FTK Imager. FTK Imager. And third, return the digital evidence to the secure container. You will be working on a copy. If you damage the copy, you can always create a new one. And number four, start processing the copy on your forensics workstation. And we have here a link to a guide to computer forensics and investigations. Looks like it's Cengage. I'll post the link to that. More generally, according to the former director of Defense Computer Forensics Laboratory, Ken Z., digital forensics includes proper chain of custody. Investigators cannot commence without proper legal authorization. Oh, I made that word up. Proper search authority. I read the wrong one. Proper search authority. Investigators cannot commence without the legal authority. Chain of custody. This is necessary to keep track of who was holding the evidence at any time. Validation with mathematics using special kinds of mathematical function called hash function. We can confirm that a file was not modified. Use of validated tools. The tools used in digital forensics should be validated to ensure that they work correctly. For example, if you are creating an image of a disk, you want to ensure that the forensic image is identical to the data on the disk. Repeatability. The findings of digital forensics can be reproduced as long as the proper skills and tools are available. And reporting. Digital forensics investigation is concluded with a report that shows the evidence related to the case was discovered. Shows that the evidence related to the case was discovered. So that was kind of a brief, an overview of the process of what you do with your evidence, first of all, right here, make sure that you have the proper search authority to be able to even start thinking about the cell phone or the device, whatever it may be, from this crime. And then you kind of follow through. And I would say they're very logical steps. Chain of custody, who has it and who has had it. Mathematical validation, using hashing to be able to verify that things are what they were when they were originally captured. Using your tools, making sure that your tools are working and that they're good. You've got, all the tools that you need. Repeatability. Digital forensics is in a way static. So you should be able, if you get the data once using this method, you should be able to continuously get the same answer using these methods. And reporting, of course, the most important thing is that you have to be able to present your information, your report, in a very professional manner according to who the stakeholders are to relay the information. So it is essential to keep track of who is handling it at any point in time to ensure that evidence is admissible in the court of law. What is the name of the document that would help establish that? That is going to be our chain of custody document. Let's see what the box says. All right, the box agrees. It would definitely be our chain of custody document. I will post this one in the chat. I'm sure there's a different way you can get this book, or you might be able to check it out from your school library or somewhere else. That's a little more economical. Okay, so we are going to start the attack box this time, so we don't have any issues. And we don't really need to download the task files because we're going to operate primarily on the attack box. Okay, so we have now our practical example of digital forensics. Let's see. Everything we do on our digital devices, from smartphones to computers, leaves traces. Let's see how we can use this in the subsequent investigation. Our cat, Gatto, has been kidnapped. The kidnapper It could have wrote kidnapper. The kidnapper has sent us a document with their request in Microsoft Word document format. We have converted the document to PDF format and extracted the image from the Microsoft Word file for your convenience. You can download the attached file to your local machine for inspection. However, for your convenience, we have added it to the attack box, which is what we're starting up here, to follow along. Open the terminal on the attack box, then go to the directory root rooms intro to digital forensics. As shown below, in the following terminal output, we change to the directory containing the case files. So we're just going to use the CLI to navigate, or terminal to navigate to where our files are. This would be no different than if you were in Windows or on a Linux system that has a GUI, which this one does, and you just follow through. We'll give that a couple of more seconds to start up. All right, let's launch our terminal. Terminal's up here. Let's see, maybe I can expand it. I feel like every time we do this, I expand it and then it's jumbled. All right, so we will change directory to root rooms. Oh, it's a capital R, rooms, intro to digital forensics. Then we'll hit LS. And so we have our letter image, JPEG, ransom letter PDF, ransom letter doc, and ransom letter zip. Let's see if we can. Or was it root rooms intro? Ah, this one right here. All right, so this is our cat. Cute cat. This is our ransom letter in the PDF form. To whom it may concern, we have abducted Gato. If you want to see Gato again, you need to send us something, XMR pi. That's pi. Yes. In Monero cryptocurrency. If you cannot use Monero, we will accept the following amount in Bitcoin. You have 3 days to comply. Otherwise, we will send Gato to a very far away animal shelter. Gato is warm for now. Okay. And this is the same ransom letter in a Microsoft Word format. All right, so we are going to look at document metadata. It says, when you create a text file, that's files that end in .txt, some metadata gets saved by the operating system, such as file creation date and last modification date. However, much information gets I lost where I was. However, much information gets kept within the file's metadata when you use a more advanced editor such as Microsoft Word. There are various ways to read the file metadata. You might open them within their official viewer/editor or use a suitable forensics tool. Note that exporting the file to other formats such as PDF would maintain most of the metadata of the original document, depending on the PDF writer used. Let's see what we can learn from the PDF file. We can try to read the metadata using PDF info. PDF info displays various metadata related to a PDF file, such as title, subject, author, creator, and creation date. And it looks like our attack box already has PDF info installed on it. So let's go ahead and do PDF info. Yeah, I do need to make it smaller. Okay, never mind. You can see that. PDF info on our ransom letter ran .pdf. And so we have our title is called Pay Now. We have Gato is the subject. The author is Anne Gree Shepherd. It was done in Microsoft Word on this date, February 2022. And that's pretty much all we have. It's not encrypted, no JavaScript. The PDF metadata clearly shows that it was created in using Microsoft Word for Office 365. Oh, well, ours does not. On October 10th. Oh, theirs. They're talking about theirs. October 10th, 2018. Using PDF info, find out the author of the attached PDF file. So the author of our file is Anne Gree Shepherd. Great. Okay. Photo EXIF data. EXIF stands for Exchangeable Image File Format. It is standard for saving metadata to image files. Whenever you take a photo with your smartphone or your digital camera, plenty of information gets embedded in the image. The following are examples of metadata that can be found in the original digital images: camera model and smartphone model, date and time of the capture, photo settings such as focal length, aperture, shutter speed, ISO settings. Because smartphones are equipped with a GPS sensor, finding GPS coordinates embedded in the image is highly probable. The GPS coordinates, i.e. latitude, longitude, would generally show the place where the photo was taken. There are many online and offline EXIF tools to read the EXIF data from images. One command line tool is EXIF Tool. EXIF Tool is used to read and write metadata in various file types, such as JPEG. The attack box already has EXIF Tool installed on it, so let's go ahead and use EXIF Tool on our JPEG. So let's do an LS again to see the name of it. So it's called Letter Image. EXIF Tool. And then we have here letter image. And so now we have all this data here and we have some coordinates. It's just a lot of information, EXIF. Sometimes you just want to grep to try and get the information that you really want. Yeah, this is a ton of information. We can see when the picture was taken. And it was down here. And we have GPS, latitude and longitude, and the position. And we got some more information about the camera. If you take the above coordinates and search one of the online maps, you will learn more about this location. So we could search Bing Maps and we'll do the GPS position, which is this one right here. And let's see where that takes us. There are no, did we mess that up? Okay. Let's see. Reveals that the coordinates indicate that the image was taken very near the Museum of London. We've replaced degree with oh, okay. Let's see. I can't see if that's a space right there because that is so tiny. I hope I didn't add anything extra in here. So Bing is not returning what we want. Okay, we noticed that the coordinates were converted to decimal. Okay, so we could try to convert the coordinates to decimal. That might be easier. So that's the only thing. Oh, there was another degree. I just didn't see it. I feel like everything is so small. I can't even. That looks. Okay, that looks fine. Okay. I cannot see this. I should probably zoom in over here too. Okay. That's much better. Probably should have did that first. Using EXIF tool or any similar tool, try to find out where the kidnappers took the image they attached to their document. What is the name of the street? So we are in London, England. And it looks like the name of the street is called Milk Street. Because it's saying that this is exactly where we are. So let's go ahead and put in Milk Street. Hooray, we got it. What is the model name of the camera used to take this photo? Let's see, we need to comb through this. Can I pull this over some more? I cannot. So I do need to zoom out here. Okay, that's a little better. Let's see, what do we see? There's like so much information in here. Right here, a Canon EOS 1DS. Is this or a Canon EF? So it might be a Canon. Okay, so we're at the top. Canon EOS R6. Here we go. That is probably it. All right, awesome. So that was our digital forensics room where we pretty much talked about, we did a lot of talking about the handling of the evidence, you know, using your tools. We even used one tool, EXIF tool, which is a great tool for you to be able to get information from a picture. And we did that. Does anyone have any questions? Let me make sure my headset's on this time. I can't tell if my headset's on. So that's going to be the end of that room. If anyone has any questions, you can post it in the chat and I'll answer it. Thank you all for showing up tonight. It was a pleasure. And y'all have a great night. I'll upload the VOD shortly after here in a bit. Okay, I got my headset working. Does anyone have any questions about digital forensics or the room? Alrighty, y'all have a great night.